guys, Halloween C here. Today we're back in another video. Today I'm going to be doing my 2022 Spirit Halloween prediction / ideas video. So there's going to be different ideas, different categories for these ideas and stuff. And they're going to be the returning props, the themes, the new props, and the tabletops, masks, and hanging stuff. Well, that's all going to be one category. The tabletops, masks, hanging stuff, and like costumes. Not costumes, but I guess costumes that could be of a prop. So yeah, let's get right into this thing. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the returning props that I think will be returning for 2021, and that'll be good ideas to return. Now, the first returning prop that I think should definitely return for 2022 is Reaper of Souls. Now, this is a prop that it's personally one of my favorite props of all time, and definitely a prop that I would love to see return. It would definitely be really cool to see Reaper of Souls return. A lot of other people would enjoy it. I think he will return. A lot of other people want him to return. I want him to return. He would be a really good idea to have him return. And he's just a great prop that I think they should return and not add upper jaw movement. They should definitely return Reaper of Souls. He would be a very good prop to see return. So let's move on to the next returning prop. So the next returning prop that I think will return and that should definitely return is Barnyard Butcher. He's an amazing prop. Many people want him to return. I personally do want him to return. He's a really cool prop. And he's one of my favorite props. And I don't know if of all time, but he's definitely a really cool prop. And he should definitely return because he's just a really amazing prop, and a lot of people want him to return. They should definitely bump up the audio quality and the they should definitely make the audio quality better and the prop quality itself, because I've seen a lot of Barnyard Butchers that don't turn side to side. And he would be a great addition to the 2022 lineup. And yeah, let's move on to the next prop that should return. The next prop that should return, and it's probably definitely 100% returning, is the Pumpkin Nester. Now, we saw the return of Little Nester this year. That was really cool. But Pumpkin Nester should definitely return. They had him in the themes this year, the picture of him. So he definitely has a high chance of returning next year. I don't know if he will return. He probably should. A lot of people want him to return. I would definitely buy him if he returned. All these props that I'm saying are props that I would definitely buy if they return. And yeah, it's going to be pretty much it for Pumpkin Nester. And now there's only one more prop that I'm going to be talking about that should definitely make a return. Okay, I lied. There's going to be two more props that should make a return. But the first set of the two is going to be the Bone Collector. The Bone Collector is a really cool prop. He should definitely return. I think he would be a great seller. A lot of people would buy him if he returned. And he's really cool. We definitely could see him return since we saw YJ doing 2 returns this year with Lil Nester and Bloody Bag. Since we saw 2 returns from YJ this year. We could see 2 returns from YJ next year, which would be very cool to see. And he might return next year. I would love to see his return. I would definitely buy him. And yeah. So the next return we're going to be talking about is the least likely to return since the techie prop, but it is Dead Humor. He's a clown train prop, which makes him have a high chance of returning. But since he's a techie prop, I don't think he will return because he's because Spirit has never returned a techie prop, and Spirit doesn't really work with techie too much anymore. But I think with this year, like Mr. Dark, they might be hinting at like techie starting to work with them and make good props with them again. And Dead Humor is definitely a possible return for the 2022 season. It would sell very well. And yeah, I think Dead Humor should definitely return. Okay, now the next category, which is going to be the themes. Now I'm going to be talking about 3 themes, since this year we did see 3 themes, but it was all basically a factory. There should be 3 different themes this year. So I'm going to be talking about first the front theme, next the back theme, and then last the small mini theme. Which this year the small mini theme was the factory showroom, which I actually have over there. And yeah, let's start. Alright, so the front theme would definitely be cool to see a school, because we've never seen a school theme before. It could be really cool to see a school theme. I would definitely love to see a school theme. And like props like Harvester of Souls, and like some clowns could go in there, and Reapers and stuff like that could go in it. It would be really cool to see a school theme with a big archway in the front. That's like a school kind of archway with 2 big towering props in front of the archway. And it would be very, very cool to see a school theme, because I feel like a lot of people would enjoy it, including myself, as long as they pulled it off right and did the right props and themes in it. As long as they did that, then a school theme would be very, very cool. Alright, now for the back theme, which is going to be a zombie apocalypse. They should definitely be doing a zombie apocalypse theme. They could return some wasteland props. They could do a zombie apocalypse theme, which I think would be a very cool theme. I would enjoy it because I love zombie props. And my whole haunt, next year, one of the portions of my haunt is going to be a zombie apocalypse. So they should definitely do a zombie apocalypse theme. It would definitely be really cool. It would definitely be a big hit. And now on to the next theme. Alright, now the next theme, which would be a very, very cool one to see, would be a flashback theme. It would be kind of like the factory showroom, designed pretty cool. They would have 2 flashback props in it that kind of fit each other. So I'd say like Reaper of Souls and Bone Collector or something, or Barnyard Butcher and Pumpkin Nester in the theme. And it would be a flashback / nostalgia kind of theme. And that would be very cool to see. A like flashback / nostalgia type theme. And it would definitely be a big hit. I know a lot of people would like it. A lot of people would buy the theme, and a lot of people would try to buy both of the props that are in it, and it would just be a really cool theme in general to have, which is a flashback theme. It will give a lot of people a lot of nostalgia, which I personally am a very nostalgic person. And it would just give a lot of people nostalgia and a lot of just, memories and stuff if they went to Spirit in the year that the props were released. And that would be very cool to see. Alright, now for the next section is going to be the props that should be made. And I think that a prop that should be made for this year, for next year, or props, because this is technically would be more than one prop, is props of the vintage hanging devil and hanging Frankenstein, the vintage masks, the vintage dolls, and all that. There should be life-size props made out of those. I would love to see that. It would be absolutely amazing. I would definitely buy probably all of them if they did make them. I would love to see the devil, the monster, the clown, the and the werewolf. Those would be very, very cool to see props made out of those life-size 6-foot props of a devil, and the movement that they could have. I guess they could just turn side to side, they could move their head or something. They could even have a jump scare, lunge forward, and they could all have the same motion, so it's like a set of props. Because we've never really seen a set of props before, and I think that would be really cool to see. So now on to the next thing. Alright, so the next prop that they should make is, or props, again, is props, like one of the more Killer Clowns from Outer Space props. Props that could be made is Slim, Jumbo, or Spiky. Those would be really cool props to see. I would really, really love to see those props. In life-size form, like 6 foot, like giant 7-foot Jumbo. That would be really cool to see. They should definitely make Killer Clowns from Outer Space props, more of them, because we got Shorty this year, and they should make more. They should make like Jumbo, Spiky, Slim, and more. I would definitely buy them. They'll be really cool to see. I know they will be a big hit like Shorty because everybody loved Shorty. And I think that if they made more, they would be a big hit exactly like Shorty. And they could also kind of be like a line of props, like the vintage ones. Like, they could be a line of props, and that would be really cool. Now on to the next prop. Now, the next props they should make are more of the classic Halloween stuff, not like the clowns and the Mr. Dark and stuff we're seeing now. They should make more of stuff like Grimm and Mr. Howell, which are just classic Halloween stuff. Like less like of the like clowns and stuff. They should make more like werewolves and witches and zombies. What else? Skeletons. Those would be very, very cool. Scarecrows too. Those would be very, very cool to see them make more of. And I would love to see that because they don't make enough of the classic Halloween stuff. I don't really like the witch props, but it would be nice to see a few witch props back, and especially stuff like werewolves. Like, I like how we got Grimm and Mr. Howell this year. That was really nice. They should continue doing that, make werewolves and stuff like that. I love that. I know they would be a big hit, and a lot of people would be buying them. And yeah, I think those should definitely be made. Now, the next prop that they should make is definitely a nun prop. Because, like, from the movie, it would be cool to see one that's not the Party City one. It would be cool to see a Spirit Halloween nun prop. That would be very cool to see. I would probably buy it as if it was a good prop. It would be very, very, very cool to see. And I would definitely buy it if they made a nun prop. I know a lot of other people would buy it because a lot of people like the nun. And I know it would be a big hit, so let's move on to the next prop. Alright, so another licensed prop is gonna be the Bill from Saw or Billy. I forgot if it was Bill or Billy or what. I'm just gonna call him Jigsaw. And I think that should definitely be a prop because I know Party City made one and Spirit should definitely make one because I think that would definitely be really, really cool to see. I know it would be a big hit because a lot of people like the movie. A lot of people will buy the prop and a lot of people like the prop. It would be a big hit. It could definitely have it could definitely be a prop that's not like on a bike. It could definitely be like a prop that's more of like a standing prop or something. But yeah, that would be really cool to see. We'll move on to the next prop. Now the next prop they should make is a scarecrow or a clown or something reskin of Mr. Dark. I would love to go into a Spirit, go up to the big archway at the front, and then have like have like the normal Mr. Dark and then a Mr. Dark reskin of a scarecrow would definitely be cool that pops up to the same height as Mr. Dark and it does the same. I would love to see that, either a scarecrow or like a zombie, because I would love to see a zombie popping up to 9 feet tall, or especially a scarecrow. I feel like would be really cool to go into a Spirit, walk in, and see Mr. Dark and a big scarecrow guy pop up at you. That would be very, very, very cool, and I would definitely be buying that prop, and it'll be a very, very big hit. Now I'm going to be talking about the last prop that should be made. Is definitely, this would not be the last one. There's still going to be one more after this, but they should make a Nightcrawler reskin, which that would definitely be really cool. They should reskin him as, honestly, a clown. I mean, I know, like, clowns aren't my favorite type of prop, and they're overdoing clowns. But I would love to see Nightcrawler reskinned as a clown, and he could be a lot bigger. That would be sick. I would definitely buy that if it was made. Nightcrawler as a clown, I would love to see that, and that would definitely be a big hit in the haunted community. Now the last prop that they should make is a new variant of the jumping spider, and particularly a green and black. I think that would be very, very, very cool, and I would definitely buy it. It would even be in my top 10 favorite list of all time, or maybe even of all time, but definitely my favorites of 2022. It would be super cool to see, because we got the black and red jumping spider, and then we should definitely be getting a black and green. That would be really cool. I would love to see that, and let's move on to the next category, which is going to be the tabletops / hanging props and masks. Now, this next one is going to be a doll. It's going to be the Whack-A-Mole doll. I think that's definitely possible for them to make. They made the Uncle Charlie doll this year and the Crouchy doll. And they should definitely make a Whack-A-Mole doll. It would be very cool to see. I would definitely love to see that. And it would be a big hit. A ton of people would buy it. It would sell out exactly like the Uncle Charlie and Crouchy doll did this year. And they should definitely make a Whack-A-Mole doll. I think that would be very, very cool. Now the next thing is also going to be a doll. It's going to be a Peekaboo Clown doll. Now, this year, they made dolls of a prop that was made, they made dolls of a prop that was made last year, a returning prop that was made the year before, and a prop that was made 2 years ago. So I think that they could definitely make a Peekaboo Clown doll, and that would be very, very cool to see. I would buy it. It would be a very big hit. Everybody in the Haunter community would own one, and it would be so cool to see. Now, to add to the sidesteppers, they should definitely make a Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, and Jason Voorhees sidestepper, because they already have the Pennywise, Sam, and Spiky sidestepper, and the prototype vintage Frankenstein sidestepper. It would be very cool to see a Michael Myers, a Freddy Krueger, and a Jason Voorhees. Those would definitely be very popular in the Haunter community. They would definitely be big hits. And I think that Spirit Halloween should definitely consider making those sidesteppers. Now, we're going to do door knockers, and the door knockers that I think should definitely be made are a zombie, because that would be very cool to see a zombie, a Beetlejuice door knocker, and a Shorty door knocker. Those would be very cool to see. I would definitely be picking those up. They would be very cool to see as door knockers. Or you could call them wall plaques, whatever you want. They would definitely be very, very, very cool to see. I would love to see those. And yeah, let's move on to the next section, which is gonna be the masks. Now, the masks that they should make is they should make more masks of props, as we saw this year with the Crouchy mask and Burlap Horror mask. They should definitely make more masks of props, such as Pumpkin Patch Prowler. They could make a Pumpkin Patch Prowler mask would be really cool. They could make a what else? A more clown. I guess a Wacky Mole mask could be cool. A Bloody Bag of Jokes mask would be very cool to see. And it's actually upside down. You put it on your head upside down. The opening is like at the head, and you put the mask on upside down. That would be really cool to see. Yeah, I feel like they should make more masks of props, especially that Bloody Bag of Jokes one where you put it on upside down. That would be very cool to see. I would definitely buy that mask. And yeah, now I'm gonna move on to the costumes section. Now again, with costumes, they should make more costumes of props, as they've done with the Towering Clown costume, the Uncle Charlie costume, and the Hugs costume. I would buy it if they made more. They could make a Crouchy costume, Peekaboo Clown costume, a Bloody Bag of Jokes costume would be cool, where you like somehow you put it on upside down, and like there's an opening there. So basically, like what it would be is like you put the head would be at your feet, and the the top would be at your head. I don't know how they would do that, but they could definitely do that. And they could make a Reaper of Souls costume, would be very cool. And yeah, let's end the video now, I guess. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video of the 2022 predictions. Let me know your predictions in the comments. If this video has comments, I'll turn them on. If it doesn't, but if this video has comments, comment what your what your 2022 predictions are and what you would like to see for 2022 and what you think about my predictions. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and peace.